I got to give you a good look at this big dude. Oh, that's how I got him off. He broke my line.
Oh yeah,
Evening from the wild huckleberry. I hope everybody's doing well. We're out here enjoying a moment of no rain.
A rare moment for us these days.
It's been raining so much, y'all. It's something else.
Being attacked by Luna.
Yeah, she's got to be in the middle of everything. Bless her heart.
Say hi to everybody. No, too busy. We're just sitting out here on the porch, looking at the goats and the cows out in the field. They're doing good. Out there munching on all the green, because there is a lot of green right now. With all the rain, of course, it helps. This is a very big video for us, so we thought we'd do something a little bit different and have a little sit out on the porch and talk to you, because this is our full-length video number 100.
Yay!
I can't believe we've been on this journey for almost a year now. 2 more weeks will be 1 year, and we've got out 100 full-length videos. That's just crazy for me to even think about. Having done this all, still I'm thinking, do I remember doing 100 videos? I remember a lot of videos, but geez, it doesn't seem like it should be 100 already.
It doesn't seem like it's been a year.
That's true.
But it has.
When we were getting ready to do the first video, getting things together, was right when I was getting ready to go to the Creators Conference to learn some things about doing this, and you know, I wanted to be sure that I got my first video out, had at least a couple of videos or so out before we went to that, so at least I would have some ideas on what it meant to put them out there before we went and learned some things. But I kind of wish we were doing another one, because I could definitely learn some more stuff, I'm sure. Don't get on the
Camera.
Leave the tripod alone, girlfriend.
Oh.
But it's been quite the journey that we've been through. When we started, we didn't live here.
No.
We weren't out here already at the Wild Huckleberry. We were still in the other house. When we started everything, we didn't have chickens. We didn't have rabbits. You know, we didn't have cows.
We didn't have Kikos.
We didn't have the Kiko goats yet. It was just our little herd of Nigerian dwarfs, and that was it. And Thor. And we've expanded so much since we've been here, and then we've got plans for more expansion in the future. But it's been something. I will say this to anybody who's thinking about starting a channel. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of doings. There's a lot of times when I plan to upload a video that I'm up a lot later than I want to be the night before, but that's okay, because I think it's worth it, and it's turned out to be a lot of fun. Glad to have gotten Sonia involved in it somewhat, especially now showing off her garden that she's got going so good, and we'll show you some of that in this video. So what do we plan for this one? What are we going to do?
Well, we can talk about some of the comments that people have made. We had somebody comment about the chickens, you know, and they were sitting there saying, oh, stop, you know, oh, that's good, stop feeding, stop throwing the feed, you know. Well, chickens require a lot of feed. And at the time, we weren't letting them out. Because we were having problems with a fox or 2 or 3. A little den of them. We had problems with the fox. So we weren't letting the chickens out. So they weren't free ranging. So we had to give them extra feed. But they require How much? How much?
You told me, I don't remember exactly.
3 pounds?
A week?
Yeah, 3 pounds a week.
Okay.
And we had how many chickens? 30.
At that point, we had about
33?
32 or 33, yeah.
32, 33, you know, and 3 pounds a week per chicken. So that's a lot of feed. You can look it up. You don't believe me? Google it.
Yeah. Of course, we don't do
Because I
quite
was
as much.
questioning it. You know, I was just like, are we feeding them too much? You know, because I don't want to get them too sick. You know, where they're just eating too much. But if you want good egg production, you need to feed your chickens and feed them something good. So that's what you have to do. And we can supplement when we let them out, you know, to free range and stuff, so it makes it a little bit easier. You don't have to feed them as much feed, but you just got to be aware that you're feeding your animals enough. You know, I'm not gonna make them hungry.
Well, when they're in a pen and they don't have, you know, they can't free range and go find bugs and grass and such, I mean, you got to supplement them somehow. And you got to supplement them well enough that they will survive.
And you don't want them getting sick and weak, and then they get diseases and other health issues because they're not able to keep their system up to par, you know. So
Oh, man,
there's things you can give them, you know, garlic or oregano, and that helps them, you know, stay healthy.
This girl, she's going through a stage right now.
Where's her little chew toy?
Everybody's a chew toy.
Well, I don't know where her little Barbie is. She found a little Barbie. And so
Barbie's
she
pretty sad now.
what's that? Didn't that little kid off of Rugrats have a Barbie or something like that just looked horrible?
I don't remember.
Yeah, this one looks worse.
Yeah, this poor Barbie has no feet, one arm, and no hand. She's pretty bad.
Bless her.
That didn't work
You
good.
okay?
That didn't work good.
You
But,
think that one through, didn't you?
But yeah, you know,
Don't let her do
we've
that.
gotten different comments from people. You know, I love comments. I love people to express their opinions and such. I don't always agree with their opinions, but do I always agree with Sonia's opinions? No. Does she always agree with mine? No. It's part of.
I'm always right.
Well, we are married, so of course I'm always wrong. But you know, I don't mind people expressing their opinions. There's a lot of times when people may make a comment and it may spark something and go, oh, I need to try that or do something, you know.
Or look into something different, you know, and it's like, oh, that works better than what we were doing.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Yeah. So, you know, if I'm trying to do the best I can for my animals. We're working towards it. We're buying, you know, we try to keep them sprayed for flies. We try to keep them fed well. We try to keep them healthy. I mean, if you go back and look at videos over the last year, you know, we've wormed them. We've given CDTs to the goats. You know, we've given antibiotics. I've done all sorts of things to try to keep my animals healthy. Does it mean that we keep them all? No. So we can still lose some. That's the fact of having animals. You know, I try to take care of my chickens, try to keep them as healthy as possible, but every now and then we lose one. That's, you know, what this one right here, that's what her job is hopefully going to be when she gets older, is she's going to be sure that the predators are not the reason that we lose chickens. Now, of course, at this stage of her life, she is a lousy chicken guardian dog. She's too much puppy.
Sit.
But hopefully when she gets older,
Sit.
and we'll teach her
Good job.
to do the things she needs to do, she'll get better. But, you know, I tried to just introduce you guys to what we are doing here, to show you our daily routines. I mean, when you have animals, it doesn't mean that you're going to just ignore them and they're going to be okay. You know, I have to go out a couple of times a day and I feed and I make sure they have, well, I had to make sure they have water quite as much right now with as much rain as we're getting.
It's filling it up for itself. My pants.
Through the goat pen right now, the little low area there has got water actually running through it. I was walking around there this morning and there's a little stream running through it right now.
Well, down there at the creek, thank goodness it's not flooded out.
Yeah, I'm surprised the creek's not up.
Yeah.
But we've had torrential rains here. We've had flooding in this town that I've never seen before. We had so much a couple of weeks ago.
Well, just last weekend, had 7 inches in just an hour or two. You know, it was just, heavens opened and poured it on out. This morning I got a kick. I went in one of the rooms in the house and I was looking out the window and there was a rainbow. And I was like, I got you. I got you. A sense of humor right now, but I got you.
I'm not going to flood the world, but I might flood your property a little bit right now.
Everybody's going to get wet.
I'll actually show you guys a rainbow we had in this video. I walked out the other day to let the chickens out. It was raining a little bit and had this pretty little rainbow I could see from one end to the other. Stop! Girl, she was doing really good with barely nibbling at you, but she's starting to bite a little more because her little puppy teeth are sharp. So, but yeah, animals, they're great, they're fun. I love having these animals. I love forming a relationship with these animals. These animals trust us. Now, you got chickens. Chickens trust you, but they don't want to be picked up, except for Lovey. Lovey's the one exception that we have to the whole thing. But still, they trust you. They will come to you. They want to see you. They want to come to you when you come around. You know, and that's the kind of relationship that we want to build with all our animals. That they trust us, and I want them to live their best life while they're here. I want them to know that they were cared for and cared about, and they survive whatever because we work hard to help them, whether it's floods or sickness or whatever. You know, we just got to try to take care of them because they're our responsibilities. If we're going to have them, we're going to buy them, put them out here, then they're our responsibilities to take care of. But that's a responsibility we want.
Yeah.
Because we want our own animals, and yes, some of them are going to end up being food. And again, those animals that end up being food, we want them to live their best life that they can, right up until that moment. It's just part of it, you know. I appreciate some good protein. That's why we got Kiko goats, because we plan on eating them. That's why we got the cows, because they're going to be a source of food. Then we got the garden out there. That's a source of food. But, you know, whatever it is, it's work. Chasing a bird.
Lena just ran out in the yard. She's going to catch her bird. She didn't make it.
It was a mockingbird. She wasn't about to catch it. But she thought she could.
You need to get that collar on Thor.
Yeah.
He just worried the mess out of her.
Thor is not being real great to one of our goats right now. She's big and pregnant, and he's just following her around everywhere and messing with her. And if you have any clue exactly what he's doing, and I've got multiple girls pregnant right now, but there's one girl, and it's my oldest goat I have. It's the one that's been with us the longest.
Nuts.
He's just, but he, the other day I watched him, and she made a complete circuit of the entire field, and he followed her with his nose the entire way. And I know, I mean, she couldn't even stop and relax for a second. So if you have a clue why he's doing that,
Yeah, let us know.
yeah, leave a comment, because I'm kind of curious why. I mean, I understand she has certain smells because she's pregnant and all that, but that's just about to drive her nuts, and it's kind of driving me nuts too. But that's one of the things. You know, Thor is a awesome livestock guardian dog. He is awesome. I showed on the video the other day, Ray had her twins up there on top of the hill, and Thor was laying there in front of them. He was protecting those babies, making sure they were good. He does great, but like any animal, there's some of his little things he does, some of his little habits will drive you nuts. Luna's going to be the same exact way. I feel like she will do a great job what I want her to do, but there will be things she'll do that will drive me nuts. Right now, the things she does drive me a little bit nuts, but make me laugh at her more than anything. You can see the bottom of your sign right there. She's been chewing on it a little bit.
Oh, she's grounded.
She is definitely in that chewing stage right now. But
Oh, and digging. Oh my gosh, in the driveway. She's out there digging up the driveway. So I put out some cayenne pepper and I spread out just whatever, some spicy seasonings, you know, to make her stop digging.
the problem is it rained.
I know, I gotta put some more out. But she stopped when I put the cayenne pepper out there.
Yeah, but she did it again because it rained.
Oh.
Our problem is whatever we do, it rains. As a matter of fact, I mean,
It's gonna rain today.
Yesterday it rained. It rained. I went fishing yesterday. I'll show you just a couple of things that happened yesterday with the fishing. But you know, it rained pretty much all night, and it rained on us on the way over there, and it rained a little bit over there and all. But then the rest of the day it was kind of good, and then today it's been great. But there's storms rolling through again. It's like at some point, every single day, the rain's gonna roll through and get us.
Yeah, it's been hard trying to mow the yard.
Mm.
And, I mean, hard to mow the yard.
It's just so
We got a
wet.
little jungle right here between the houses. Oh, it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, I gotta
But
work
it's
on
just,
it.
we just can't find a time when it's dry enough to mow because we'll end up digging holes with the lawnmower.
Well, if I try this area right here, I weed eat, and I'll be honest with you, I don't care to have the water flying at me because the water stands over here when it rains so much, and I don't really want the water flying on me while I'm weed eating this area and water's just flying back in my face, you know? It's just,
You doofus.
you don't fit, baby.
Your shoulders are too big.
But, yeah, as far as the wild huckleberry, what are we all about? We're just a couple who are trying to get back to homesteading from understand, we are not necessarily looking to be 100% off-grid. We do everything ourselves. You know, we may end up with rain catchment and doing some other things to try to do, you know, we may dig a well, who knows, but we're not really looking to be just 100% off-grid. But we're trying to get to that point where if we have to be for a while, we can be. But especially what we want to do is learn how to produce our own food, how to make our own food. I don't just want goats out here and I take them to a processor and he gets them ready for me. That's not my goal in all this. My goal is that when that goat's ready to go, I process that goat and put it in the freezer myself. And then that way, we'll just put it out there. When society breaks down and the zombie apocalypse hits,
Oh gosh.
then I got a guy at work that keeps saying when the zombie apocalypse hits, he wants me on his team. But you know, when things happen, we hope to have, you know, everything laid out and have all our stuff together so we can take care of ourselves. And you know, that way, you know, Sonia's family lives close, my family lives close. If we have to, we have to take care of them. We'll take care of them.
No.
Whatever we have to do, you know, we're just trying to learn. For years, you know, parents, and especially our grandparents, had all these ways that they did things, and we've lost it all. We've
Yeah, my
lost all of
grandfather
that.
was a really good farmer. I mean, he could just put anything in the ground and it came out perfect. I loved his peanuts. He would grow peanuts and a row of sweet potatoes and his own potatoes and onions and tomatoes and corn and peas. Purple hull peas. Those were his favorite ones. And he could just grow anything. And my mother could do the same thing. She can
She does it with flowers, though.
yes, yeah, but I mean, she could plant anything in the ground and it'd grow.
But I'm saying she does it with flowers now.
Yeah, she's really good. She just whispers a few little words over them and they're just like, okay, I'll grow. But she loves that. She's always been a gardener. She's always done flowers, you know, she just loved it. When we were growing up and we were kids, we had probably acre and a half. That was the garden, and it was a bunch of different vegetables. The one I despised the most was butter beans. You really had to get down there and get those and find those butter beans behind the leaves. It was tedious and I didn't like it.
I thought you meant you didn't like to eat them.
No, I loved all the vegetables. I mean, you getting squash and zucchini, whatever she got out of that garden and cooked, it was delicious. It was so good. I don't have flavors like that in our vegetables, you know, that we get from the store. Like we did that, but it was so good. And
Squirrel.
but yeah, I despise doing the butter beans. To tell a secret, my mother already knows this, I confessed it. We would go down there and we'd have to weed out the garden in the mornings, early mornings. She'd wake us up when she'd go to work, and we'd get out there with the hoe and we'd get the grass, whoops, we'd hit a butter bean bush and take it down. Sure did. And we got caught. Got in trouble.
So that's where your son learned to run over your mama's flowers that he didn't like where they were. He will do that at times.
Oh, y'all, she plants flowers everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. And my brother, she planted a rose bush, and he was out there and he ran over it. It wasn't like he did it on purpose. He ran over it. No, ma'am, sit.
No.
Sit. No, calm down. Ran over a rose bush, and she's like, "You're grounded for 6 months." And he was like, "Whoop, whoop." Sit.
Come
Sit.
Come here.
So
Wander the yard again for a minute.
he got in trouble for that, you know. But it only lasted 3 seconds. Nothing like the squirrel incident that he did.
That's for another video.
Oh, that was the best thing ever.
So anyway, back to where I was. We're trying to learn some of these skills that were lost in a couple of generations. You know, my parents used to do a garden every year, and a big garden too. But it's been a long time since they've done a garden. And, you know, I want to get back to where we can have a big garden and have, because what I really want to do is not just have enough for us, but have enough to share. Would you stop? I want to have enough to share with everybody and, you know, make it a community thing. That's what we need is community. When I process the animals, I don't need to be processing them by myself. I need to have multiple people around who want to come and help and, you know, share in the meat, but share in the process too. I think that's a big thing that we need to get back to as community.
Yeah. You know, and we have family around here that would pitch in and help for some steak or roast,
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
whatever. They're fine with that.
Especially if they know it's going to be, get some pork chops, get some steak out of it or something.
My friends at work, you know, it's just like, there's benefits to having people with the farm. You know, you get free eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I take eggs to work. I've been known to give them to some folks, especially kind of exchange them for favors, you know, it's bartering here. Oh, you help me out? Okay, here's some eggs.
Yeah.
Inspire
Bartering
them
for
to-
some honey.
Yeah, my cousin brought honey to our cousin reunion we had, and we traded her eggs for honey. It's honey off of her property, bees that she has. So, oh, that is a cooler feeling breeze right
I know
there.
it. It's nice. It's not humid.
It's different than this morning. But anyway, guys, just, you know, this is, I wanted to just kind of step back for a minute and talk to you a little bit, let you get to know us a little bit, and know, you know, this is just a small, we have 6 acres. Guess I didn't mention it before. We have 6 acres here. We've got part of it fenced off. We actually probably will fence off some more of it, have some more animals, do some different things. You know, I enjoy having this, doing this, going and messing with the animals. And, you know, I'm not a builder. I've told you guys before that have been here for a while. I'm not a very good builder. I do the best I can. You know, I have help, and that's the reason I get a lot of it done. But at the same time, I've learned a lot of stuff, building the goat pen and the chicken fence, you know, chicken run around the coop and all that, you know, and hopefully it's going to help me when I build Luna's pen and the rabbits. And, you know, it's just, it's a learning process, and I hope to get better and better at it. And, you know, Sonia's tried this garden for the first time this year, and she's learned some things. And I said in one video that I'm not much of a teacher, but I should have added to that, maybe you'll learn some things through my failures. Because on here, I don't mind showing you the good stuff along with some of the bad. I'll show you when something happens to an animal, if something happens, you know, or if I build something and it's a complete failure, I'll show you just so I can, because I will laugh at myself about it, and you can go ahead and laugh at me too. That's fine. I had a subscriber the other day tell me, I mentioned that the little baby goats were getting away from me. I said they're too fast, and he wanted to know if maybe I was too slow. Hey, I'm telling you, I would be willing to bet you in the 5 years that we've had goats so far that those babies do seem to be getting a little bit faster every year, and I'm not sure why. Oh, bug flying in my face. Dang, trying to go in my mouth. Bug wants to commit suicide, I think. And Sonia's trying to protect her nose because she's bad about having bugs fly up her nose. I had one try to go up my nose the other day.
Oh, they're awful.
But, you know, I just want you guys to know who we are. We do process animals. We do have some animals that we're not going to process. You know, the chickens, they're here to lay eggs. That's their purpose. We will probably have some meat chickens. Well, not probably, I'll take that back. We will have some meat chickens at times, and we will raise them purely to process them. The rabbits that we have, the ones that we have right here, they're not meant for processing, but their offspring are meant for processing. But their waste, their poop, is great for
The garden.
the garden.
Oh, yeah.
If we want to raise a bigger garden, we got plenty. I mean, these guys, they make some great fertilizer. And I don't know if anybody, if any of you guys have knew this or not, you know, but chickens, their chicken litter is great for gardens, but you have to put it out and let it sit for a while because it has too much nitrogen in it, and it will burn your plants. Whereas rabbits, as soon as it comes out of them, it's good. It's good to go.
Get down, sit. Sit.
So,
Good girl.
you know, we've learned a lot of stuff along this journey, and watching other channels and doing, and you know, this one's been a special one because you know, I would have never known exactly what all benefits rabbits were if it wasn't for watching other people on these channels. So, like I said, maybe we can teach you something. Maybe you can learn something from us. Maybe you can learn from our mistakes. That's great. That's great. Hopefully we learn from our mistakes.
Well, you know, people have given us some information on here, and it's helped out with a lot of things too.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, having our viewers, people who watch the videos and make comments and all, there's been some good stuff come from that. So I appreciate you guys. We love you guys for watching. We appreciate every one of you who has subscribed. If you're not subscribed, please do. Come watch the next year of our journey. We'll see how that goes. Come see how this crazy little one does growing up. We'll keep chronicling her becoming a chicken guardian dog.
Say bye-bye.
So I'll show you a few things after this, just to give you an idea of who we are and the things that we do around here.
No, ma'am.
I won't make it too long because I know I don't want to bore you guys. But we'll just show you kind of who we are and what we're about. And thank you for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff, guys. So hang around to the end and see about us, but we'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye. And here are our rabbits. This is Asha and Paplu, our girls, our pretty little girls. I think they are some gorgeous, gorgeous rabbits. And then this guy, he's kind of hiding out from us, but this is Chewy. He's our big old boy. He's our buck. He is sweet. They're not crazy about being picked up, but they do pretty good. But you see, they're hungry right now. They want me to give them a little something to eat. They don't like their whiskers. It's hard when I touch their whiskers. They don't like that much. But anyway, I got to build their hutches and such. Get them prepared. I'm gonna put them next to Luna. So I just wanted to introduce you. Here they are. Now we'll show you some other stuff. All right, so here is our little chicken herd, our flock. They are, I see the water's empty. They've knocked it over, and they're waiting on me to let them out, because every afternoon or every evening I let them out for an hour or two to free range, get them some grass and bugs and such. I'm still a little leery since we had the, sorry about that guy, since we had the fox issue. I'm still a little leery with just letting them out because I do not want to lose my girls or my guys. And this is also part of teaching Luna here to not chase. Come on, Luna. Come out here, babe. Luna, come here. Baby, get out of the door. They're not going to come out until you come out of the door. Luna, come on. Come on. Good girl. Just a little, trying to teach her a little bit about not going after them. They're still a little scared of her. Hopefully before it's over with, they will calm down around her. They will not be so scared to be around her. See, they're still nervous. They never mind coming out when I'm out. It's not me that they're scared of. They don't want me to pick them up, as I said earlier, but they do, they don't want Luna too close. And then I'm sure that fox scared them pretty good. So there's our little herd of chickens. I know, we have a herd of goats and a herd of chickens. I like that. You hear the goats screaming at me. They're ready for some food. But just want to let you guys see them. There's different breeds in here. You see, go back to some previous videos, you'll see what they are, including some barnyard mix we got from a friend. So there's the chickens. Alright guys, now this is our little goat herd. They are cross between Nigerians and Kikos. I've got some pregnant mamas right now that will have half and halves. They'll be half Nigerian and half Kiko. Thor and Luna doing a little more getting used to each other. And then everybody else, surprisingly, is hanging out down there. Still in the field. You see Han, my buck, he's standing up on the tree trying to reach the lower leaves. Goats love leaves off of trees. And then you see Clint and Latasha here, my cows. And I've got 2 new babies for sure right now. Let's see, and I'll show you. Why is that not? There it goes. It decided. They're up there with their mama Ray right now. A little boy and a little girl. Being babies. They're so cute. But this is our little goat herd. We're just working on it right now. We gotta do a little thinning here, and we're gonna have some more babies soon. So these are our goats and our cows. And Thor, come here, bud. Come here. And this is Thor. He's an Anatolian shepherd. He is our livestock guardian dog that watches over the goats. He's finally made peace with the cows. He still runs them off a little, but he is the man. He drives us crazy, but man, he is a great LGD. All right, there's our goats and cows and our Thor. All right, guys, and this is just a quick look at our little container garden. See, look, there's a zucchini right there, and these, I don't know if there's any of these ready but these are some very striped ones that Sonia got. I thought they were pretty tasty too. These are the carrots, and this is dill and an Italian spice that I can't remember what it is right now, but you can go back and look at a previous video and see. Sonia's got her okra here. Do you have any? Yeah, there's a little one right there. Can't get the, I'll get that leaf out of the way. See, there's a little bitty one right there. And then her tomatoes that she doesn't have tied up all that great. And then were the peas, but the peas didn't do so great. And then the cucumbers and the spaghetti squash. Now the spaghetti squash has been doing really good. See them right here? They've been doing really good. And the cucumbers have been a little hit and miss. They keep coming out round and yellow instead of long. I don't understand that. My banana peppers didn't do so great either. That's not the color banana peppers are supposed to be. But here's our little garden that we're doing this year. Doing this kind of hybrid hugelkultur garden, right, or a bed right here, and then these containers here. So there's our garden. We have a rainbow. At least getting all the rain that we've gotten here lately gives us a few rainbows. Isn't it pretty? Yeah. But of course it's raining right now, and yet the sun is right over there. That's crazy. This is Arkansas weather for you. Can't make up its mind. We got a little storm here with us while we're fishing.
And got this cloud here rolling in, and it is rolling in too. It's been thundering and lightning on two sides of us, but luckily not over the top of us. But I'm not real sure about all this. The good thing about it is we only need to go right over there to the bridge to get out of it. So we may be doing that here shortly. Freaking fish! God, what is it? Is it a gar? It's got to be a gar. It was just swimming with it, so it's a gar. I know it is. It's a big sucker too. It's a big sucker too. Look at him. I thought I was hung up on something like a limb or something. That's a good question. I got to give you a good look at this big dude. Oh, that's how I got him off. He broke my line.